Hi, I'm Tucker Dennis, recovery coach here at Sunshine Coast Health Center in Powell River. Welcome back to part 4 of Inspiration and Balance. The material today listed the prescription for 10 steps to living an inspired life. And so I thought for the flip side of that, we would just cover 10 things that get in our way when we're making changes or seeking to live an inspired and balanced life. So the first one that kind of pops up is procrastination. And if you've ever attempted to make any changes in your life or set some goals, oftentimes you might have found yourself procrastinating. There's all kinds of tips and resources and ideas about how to deal with procrastination, and I think that each one of us has to figure it out for ourselves, find out the approaches that we can use that work for us. And, kind of a tongue-in-cheek little quip is at the end of the day, if you really want to move towards something, the best time to start is now. A couple of other things that come up are feeling guilty. So if you've been someone that has spent a lot of time looking after other people, putting yourself at the bottom of the list, when you start to move into change to living an inspired and balanced life for yourself, you might start to feel a little bit of guilt around that. So I think it's important to just remind yourself about the great benefits of bringing more inspiration and balance into your life. Taking care of yourself means that you can show up fully and completely for the rest of your life, all the other aspects as well. You may also start to feel a sense of uncomfortableness, even coupled with physical symptoms, maybe all of a sudden being really tired or just low energy, that sort of thing. So those are all normal feelings and experiences when we're setting about to make changes in our life. And so just to be aware that some of this stuff is going to come up, that at times you're not going to feel very comfortable emotionally or mentally even, and even that can move into your physical body. The tiredness and low energy. So just maybe putting into place things that'll help with that. So making sure that you are getting enough sleep, that you're eating well, drinking lots of water, that sort of thing. Moving, exercising, all of those things will add to your ability to continue to move towards setting those goals. A couple other things, overthinking. So just overthinking, thinking too much about the changes and how they're going to happen and what if they don't work and that sort of thing. Sort of taking a step back and creating that space and just a real sense of just calmness and trust that you are moving in the right direction for you, and maybe reminding yourself of why you're doing these changes, why you're bringing these changes into your life. Perfectionism. So if I'm going to set these goals or make these changes, it all has to work out perfect. And of course, we know that that's not really possible. And so again, that kind of goes hand in hand with the acceptance and knowing that the goals you're setting and the changes you're making, you're going to continue to move towards them. There'll be times when maybe it's all not working out quite the way you wanted or the way you intended, but just to hold that vision of the overall goal of change and balance. The last couple of things I just wanted to touch on go along the lines of impatience, expecting these changes that we're making to happen too quickly, or setting a timeline for them that maybe it's not realistic. So if you're making these big changes, to be very realistic about how long it takes, and that a lot of the stuff is a process, and sometimes we can't put a timeline on certain things, and to be okay with that. And the last point is kind of interesting, and that is that some stress is okay. It's not all bad. Stress isn't all bad. When you know that you're coming into a time of change and you know that it's going to take a lot of your energy and that maybe you're going to be stressed at times, that just to, again, give yourself permission for that to happen. Maybe prepare for it as best you can. So I hope that you found inspiration in this material. I've enjoyed sharing it with you. And again, the book is entitled Inspiration Deficit Disorder by Dr. Jonathan Ellerby. So if this has piqued your interest at all, maybe check it out in your local library, see if you like it. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again next week.